What's poppin', guys? Scott McGee or Alan slapping y'all with another video today. We are back on Modern Warfare Remastered for another live commentary. And today we're going to talk about how I got the name Scott McGee 10 and I guess just how it came to be. So we're going to start this story back 3 summers ago. It was my 8th grade summer. I was going to be a freshman that upcoming school year. Me and 3 of my friends, we were all it was just us 3. Their names were John, Will, and Jett. I will put their Instagrams down below in the description. Y'all definitely should go follow them. Show them a little love. Comment on their previous picture and tell them Scott sent you. They'll definitely know who it is. Um, and I do have to give credit to these 3 guys because they are the ones who came up with this name. Well, part of this name. Part of it was already given to me when I was born. And that is the Scott part. Yes, my middle name is Scott. If y'all don't already know that, my middle name is Scott. And when we first started hanging out in that summer, we've been friends for a little while, about 3 or 4 months, and then summer came around, and we all decided, hey, let's hang out. And we just started hanging out every day. And if we couldn't hang out in person, we'd definitely hop on Xbox, party up, and play some Call of Duty. Just like any other 8th grade guys did back then, we'd party up and just play all day and all night and then go to bed late, wake up, do it all again. But there was one day we were all hanging out at my house, and at the time they were already calling me Scott because our thing with our friends is that we would like to make each other mad because we found it hilarious. And I was the one who would get mad the easiest. Like, they could make me mad in a matter of 5 seconds, and I'd get so pissed for the rest of the day. But I would eventually get over it, and we were all still friends when it came to Xbox. We'd all get on, play with each other, whatever. So they were already calling me Scott at the time, and I was getting kind of aggravated, but it really started to grow on me. They just called me Scott, and I kind of just kind of caught on. And one day, I can't remember what it was, but I was getting really mad at John. I can't remember what happened, but John really made me mad, and he was like, "Hey, Scott, yo, Scott," and then out of nowhere he says, "Hey, yo, Scott McGee," and he just threw a McGee in there, and we all just kind of like turned to him with like a weird look on our face, like, "Yo, what'd you just say?" And he was like, "Scott McGee." He's like, "I don't know, it just kind of sounded right." And then, like, we kind of looked at each other and we all had like a little chuckle. And then we all just started laughing really hard. We all found it hilarious that John just came up with like a McGee. And like, that's, it's kind of common. Not really, but I mean, it was pretty funny when they added it to my name. And so it didn't really stick at first. It was just kind of a joke. But they just started calling me Scott, and I was like, all right, y'all got a nickname for me. We need to come up with nicknames for y'all, so I ain't the only one. And they were like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. So it came down to, and we're like, all right, who do we start with? And we decided we would start with Jett. And I'm not sure if it was Will or John who came up with it, but maybe a second or two after I said Jett's name, one of them just screamed out cornbread. Cornbread. And it just stuck. We were like, cornbread. That's your name now. Your name's Cornbread, not Jett. So we call him Cornbread today. I have him saved as Cornbread in my phone. I'm pretty sure Will and John have him saved as Cornbread. And Jett's is pretty funny. We all still laugh when we hear his name called. And then Jett was like, all right, yeah, funny, but who's next? And we all looked at Will. Like, all 3 of us just looked straight at Will, and we couldn't think of one for Will. It took us so long to figure out a name for Will, and Will still really doesn't have a nickname that we call him all the time, but his name is kind of just a contact name in our phone, and I believe John came up with it, and we call him William Wiener. I'm not sure why William Wiener, but it was kind of funny. We all chuckled, and we all put it in our phone as Will's contact name, and it's still in my phone today as William Wiener. I haven't changed it yet. And then it came down to John, and John's wasn't that hard to come up with because at the time John was a big kid. John was pretty hefty, so we just decided to call him Fat Ass. It may be a little harsh to some of you, but to us, it was freaking hilarious. Being little eighth grade kids, we were laughing our butts off at calling a kid Fat Ass, and it just kind of stuck. We called him Fat Ass. It's his name in my phone, um, and his just kind of stuck. And then it came back to it. They're like, we don't want to call you Scott. We're gonna call you Scott McGee. And I was like, I mean, I wasn't really happy with it because I mean, it still pissed me off that they were calling me Scott. And I was like, whatever. I need a nickname. Go ahead, call me Scott McGee. And so they either put Scott McGee, McGee. It was whatever. I have variations of it. You can call me one name, both names, one or the other. It doesn't really matter. I'm gonna respond to any of them. Especially if it's those three guys. If I know you really well and you call me Scott McGee, anything, I'm probably gonna respond to you, and it's a normal thing for me now. It's been with me for almost 3 years, 2.5 years now. I'm used to it, and my gamer tag wasn't originally Scott McGee. It was Poning Price. I mean, I created the gamer tag when I was like 10. I don't know why I came up with it. It was just there. And I had that gamer tag until about, I think, I don't think three. Maybe a year ago I changed it to Scott McGee. A little less than a year ago I changed it to Scott McGee because it was just better. It was my name at the time. It was what everybody called me. And I was like, all right, yeah, that's going to be my name from now on every platform, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Xbox, whatever it was, my name was going to be Scott McGee. And the name has really stuck with me, even though I still get questions today of why I'm called Scott McGee. I'm guessing a lot of people didn't know the whole backstory to it, but that's why I decided to make this video, so everybody's clarified on why my name is Scott McGee. If you do have any other questions about me, like I don't know. If you have any questions about me, y'all can drop questions down in the comments. Y'all can give me questions on Twitter. If I do get enough questions, I'll probably do a Q&A for 50 subscribers or 100 subscribers if I ever get there. Right now, I believe I'm at 23, which is pretty substantial considering I think yesterday or 2 days ago I only had 13, which I really do have to give a big shout out to my boy Chris, because in Chris's video today, he did give me a shout out. Really appreciate it, man. If you're watching this, I really hope you are. Thanks for that shout out. It really did help me a lot. And I wish you the best in this whole YouTube thing that we're going through. It's people really don't understand how hard it is, man, but we out here grinding. I feel you, man. But anyways, yeah, that's really how I got it. The number 10 on the end was it was just kind of it's just kind of my number as I was growing up playing sports and everything. That was really it. I lost the game for my team again, 2 videos in a row, but that's all right. Y'all really aren't here for the gameplay, I can tell, because I do terrible in just about every one of them. It's more for the commentary right now. I promise the commentaries will get better. The gameplay will get better as I progress through this whole thing. I'm hoping I'll get more comfortable, confident. I won't like stutter as much. I won't say or and I won't get lost as I'm doing these commentaries. So that's really about it. That's how I got my name. That's how my friends, we all came up with their names. Sadly, today we aren't really as close as we were then. Jett did move away, I believe, our freshman summer year. It was sometime around there. Will kind of went off, and he's doing really good in football and sports right now, so props to you, Will. And John really quit doing sports, and John's just out doing his own thing right now. So, I mean, I play with John. I play Xbox with John. I've been playing with him pretty frequently now. But all of us, we are still friends. We talk to each other every now and then, and I know no matter what, those 3 guys will have my back in any situation. But anyways, yeah, it's been Scott McGee or Allen. Don't forget to drop a like. Comment what you want to know. If you want to know anything about me, any questions, comment if you want to see a different game for me to play. I've been thinking about playing GTA. Comment down below if y'all do want me to see me play GTA. Don't forget to share with your friends, because that helps a lot. because you share with one friend, that friend's gonna go and share with others, and that's just gonna create a chain of subscribers for me. And that's just gonna be great. I'll produce better content. The more subscribers I get, the more comfortable I get. I'll get 100% better at this. I promise you guys. So don't forget to subscribe. It has been Scott McGee signing off. Later.